You're late. Chillax. You know you love me.
My cousin running just another dime a dozen mom and pop stopping shopping. Oh my god, it's got too darn hot like my man Copota said. People coming through for a few cold waters and a lottery ticket, just a part of the routine. Everybody's got a job, everybody's got a dream. They gossip as I sip my coffee is worth. The first stop as people hop to work. What's it? I'm like $1, $2, $1.50, $1.69. I got it. You want a box of condoms? What kind? Next 2 quarters, 2 quarter waters. The New York time you need it. Back to that, that's just at it. Once you got some practice at it, you do rapid mathematics, automatically selling maxi pads, fuzzy desks with taxi cabs and time. Everybody's stressed, yes, but they press through the mess and bounce back. Some wonder what's next in the heights. What's up and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today I'm going to be taking a look at the latest musical to hit theaters and HBO Max. It's the hit film In the Heights. In the Heights centers on a variety of characters living in the neighborhood of Washington Heights. At the center is Usnavi, a bodega owner who looks after the aging Cuban lady next door, pines for the gorgeous girl working in the neighborhood beauty salon, and dreams of one day winning the lottery and escaping to the shores of his native Dominican Republic. Ultimately, Usnavi and the residents of the close-knit neighborhood get a dose of what home truly means. So, first and foremost, I've been waiting for this film for years, truly. In the Heights was one of the only Broadway shows that I've actually ever seen, and it wasn't true Broadway because I've never been to New York. It was traveling Broadway, but it was still Manuel Miranda as the star before anybody really knew his name. This was what made him famous, and it's not really that hard to understand why. He changed the world of musicals into something so fresh and different while still maintaining the joy and soul of music. I remember thinking, wow, a rap musical. Who would have thought something like that could work? I remember having so much fun watching that original musical, but before seeing this movie, I couldn't really remember too much about the story or specific songs. I saw it something like 12 years ago, so a lot of the minor details have become blurred over the years. So I was waiting to see if this film brought me back to the day when I first saw the show. And for the most part, it did, and then some. Films have the ability to take advantage of movie magic, to take the same idea seen in the play, and then transform it into something a little bit better through visuals, cinematography, editing, and pristine dance choreography, all of which were definitely at the forefront here. So just from a cinematic perspective, this film is made very, very well. From a human perspective, this 2.5-hour musical does a very good job diving deep into each individual character, the struggles that they go through on a daily basis, their dreams for the future, and loyalty to their current situation and neighborhood family. In the Heights has an extremely strong handle on the emotional roller coaster that everybody is going through. That even though some of the film is dealt with in Spanish as an audience member, you can still understand the things that the characters are feeling. And suddenly, it doesn't fully matter what they're physically saying, at least not always, but rather it's the things that they feel that hold much more importance and depth. This is a joyous, energetic, celebratory musical that, as others have said multiple times, makes you want to get off your feet and dance. If you don't dance, it'll still make you smile, maybe even tear up a little bit. Honestly, I don't have many negatives to say when it comes down to this film. If anything, it would be that the Hispanic culture is one that I personally do not relate with, which is the same thing that I've said about Disney's Coco and the Conjuring film La Llorona. I respect it, I understand it, but I have difficulty putting myself in their shoes. The nice thing about that is there are things that I can relate to, like how friends can be so close that they're essentially family, like how we all have dreams. Some dreams can be realized, but others can't. And how sometimes, that's okay. Another thing with this movie is sometimes some musical numbers don't seem to be connected to anything at all. Like, there'll be a random solo number here that will feel like it's in the movie just because of the person who's performing the song. I won't get too deep into that because it's still an aspect of the film that's nice to see. If you know, you know. If not, I won't ruin it. Let's go ahead and break down my final score. Like I said before, beyond the music itself, you just can't discount that the film is made really well. Some of these things that you can see are in the trailers, but really, you can tell that they took their time putting this film together. Nothing felt rushed or forced, and they were able to raise the bar in terms of technical areas. This score is 90%. My bias score, or how I felt about the film in general, was even higher because this is a really fantastic, feel-good, and original musical that makes you smile, and generally, it gets you in the mood to dance. You feel for these characters, and you can tell that this entire cast was probably having a blast and a half working together. This score is 94%. When we average out the two scores together, we come to the final rating of 92%. 92 out of 100 possible stars, or an A letter grade. Guys, have you seen In the Heights, or are you looking forward to it if you haven't seen it yet? I want to hear in the comments section down below. As for YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button, and bell to be notified when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out.
Dave examines movies we just watch for fun. Davey is the expert. He is the #1 critic that I go to when I need a movie pick. Thanks for joining up with us. We think